Hey, the content used in this video is intended for educational and informational purposes only. All rights to the images, music, clips, and other materials used belong to their respective owners. I do not claim ownership over any third-party content used in this video. Let's get to the video, dog.
Hey yo, baby D, get your little ass over here on the mic, man. Show these other little niggas they can't fuck with the dangerous crew, man. Spit that shit.
Shit on gold chain, gold glasses, prime time like Dion.
Hey, can't do the Quan, do the Dion. You hear me?
He don't speak on me, I don't compete with a peon. Flying a bundle like my name was Dion.
A community conversation to fight back against crime. Tonight, dozens turned out to discuss that recent shooting that rattled a neighborhood. Thanks for joining us here at 10. I'm Megan West.
And I'm Troy Johnson. Two separate events came just hours after a shootout left more than 100 shell casings throughout one neighborhood. The incident happened around 4 on Wednesday. Two groups of people shooting at each other in broad daylight. At least one person is in custody. Police are looking for more. 16 WAPT's Crystal Tisme at an emergency meeting in the Brook Hollow neighborhood where that shooting took place. Crystal.
After gunfire echoed through communities on Sidewell Road, people spoke out at an emergency meeting hosted by Ward 4 Councilman Brian Grizzell. Shots rang through a Southwest Jackson neighborhood after a shootout Wednesday afternoon. Community members along Sidewell Road shaken by the incident.
Right before this happened, I'm outside with my grandson, who's 2 years old. We play a little bit, and then yesterday I wasn't able to take him, and that was a blessing because that's when all the shooting happened. Around the same time, I'm outside with him.
I was really shocked because, like they were saying, things like this doesn't really happen in our neighborhoods.
Causing Ward 4 Councilman Brian Grizzell to host an emergency meeting.
We want to make sure that we bring law enforcement together with the community as well as constituent services so that the people can hear from law enforcement, from the city administration, as well as the administration hear from the city, from the residents.
Jackson Police Chief Joseph Wade in attendance, sharing how they plan to combat this violence.
But we are installing shot spotting detection equipment in your communities. We're working with Flock and also the shot spotting detection company. So we have several things that we're doing to address these issues. But the bottom line, thank God nobody was killed.
Residents were also able to ask questions.
I saw police officers up and down Brook Hollow,
with people wanting to see an increased police presence in their neighborhoods.
All we're asking for is more patrol in the community. The community is very close. We're like a family.
Chief Wade says they're still looking for at least 3 people involved in the shootout. And if you have any information, you're asked to call JPD or Crime Stoppers. I'm reporting live in Jackson. Crystal Tisme, 16 WAPT News.
Whoa, what's in it? Man, what's going on with y'all, boy? Man, I just watched this news coverage. Now, let me first say, I'm still tapped in with Jackson, right? I just love Jackson. I made the Jackson Sunday, this past Sunday. I stayed up there until yesterday. So I stayed from Sunday to Thursday, right? I went up there to handle some business, man. Went and got a bag, you feel me? But anyway, that's besides the point. But anyway, man, while I was up there, I'm in my room, tuned into the news, WAPT. You know, I stay tapped in. Just want to see what's going on in the city. And while I'm up there in the city, bro, Chief Wade, the newly appointed JPD chief, amongst all the rest of the murders and killings that's going on in Jackson, he spoke on a shootout that took place, man, where over 100 rounds were fired in this shootout in the middle of Brook Hollow, a neighborhood in South Jackson, bro, right on the borderline of Clinton and Jackson. Now, if you're familiar with the video that I made about 2 videos ago where I was talking about this security guard that got arrested for protecting this area that he was hired to protect, this little auto shop, he came out and seen some people breaking into some cars, returned fire on some people, or got off on some people. I'm not sure if it was return fire or if he just got off on them when they was leaving the scene, but he got arrested for that. Well, this happened on that same old street. One of these streets is, I think it's Raymond Road, and the other one was Sywell Road, where they intersected it. Well, if you go down that road where that auto shop was at, make a right and go by that fuel town where they were talking about in that news story, and go all the way to the end of that road where it dead ends into Highway 18. It's a neighborhood that sits right there on the left, not even 2 miles down the road from where this security guard was arrested for getting off on some 16-year-olds at. It's a neighborhood called Brook Hollow. Now, apparently in Brook Hollow, over 100 rounds were fired in a boom, boom, boom. You feel me? And I'm thinking, broad daylight, 100 shots? Bro, come on, bro. Brook Hollow, bro. Like I told y'all in that security guard video, bro. South Jackson, bro. South Jackson is majority older people that have settled in Jackson, been there for 10, 15, 20, 30 years, bro. They done paid their houses off by working these good jobs. Didn't want to move to North Jackson because it's too high class and too much money to stay out there, so they settled in an area that was comfortable enough for them to be able to afford their house and pay it off and live the rest of their lives and enjoy their money and their retirement. Y'all done start bringing it out to Brook Hollow, bro. Damn, bro. I mean, how do you explain it, bro? How do you explain that, bro? Is it that your mama moved into this neighborhood later on? Or are y'all some... Man, because these are young kids, bro, from the video that they showed, which I'm going to insert in this video. You got to respect that neighborhood if you know what that makeup is of that neighborhood and that area, bro. Why you bring that out there to them old folks, bro? Whatever little business you got going on, bro, don't bring it to your house, bro. Don't bring it to your mama neighborhood, bro. Go handle that somewhere else, bro. Come on, man. Come on, man. But see, I said it in that Deion Sanders video. I said, bro, if Deion Sanders leave this area, bro, and they go back to being just regular Jackson where people just running around and having idle time on their hands and ain't really got no focus and no focal point, all this was going to come back. Because you had given us somewhat of a light in Deion Sanders where we seen that we could be something other than just a bunch of young country people in a small city that we really don't consider a city. We really consider it like a little town because everybody know everybody. I mean, it ain't hard to just, you can reach out and touch whoever you want to, ride through the neighborhoods, whatever you want to do. With Deion Sanders and that spotlight leaving, bro, we just going to go back to circling in that fishbowl. And that's what we starting to see happen again, bro. I've been watching the news. I've been watching WAPT. I've been seeing how the crime is slowly starting to inch back up, man. You know, it's... And this right here, it just showed me, bruh, it might get worse than you even thought, Deion. You know what I'm saying? 100 rounds, bro. I'm to my D boys laying on top of cars, bro, with ARs, bro, getting off. And not that it hasn't been going on, but come on, 100 rounds, getting off, 3-4 people on this side, getting off on them on that side, bro. That's a little bit different. This shit like Call of Duty, bro. I feel a lot of empathy and compassion for these young guys, man, because I understand that when you ain't got a whole lot of opportunities in that small town and you trying to make money however you can, you want to come up, but it ain't but so many ways to express your talents and the things that you want to do. You might not have the money to move to Atlanta. You might not have the money to move to Houston or Dallas. You might not have the money to move to New Orleans. You might not have the money to move to Florida, Chicago, Memphis, and all this. So you have to deal with the resources that you have there. And things become real tricky when you add certain elements into it. I get it. But man, I wish y'all would just find some other way, man, to cope. That's where all that felony stuff come into play at, bro. Like, you have to get out of the mindset of I'm not working for what I want. That's what keep a lot of them trapped. You know what I'm saying? Like, they don't feel like working a job will be fast enough for them to make money to be able to move out of the city or create an opportunity for themselves. They just feel like, man, ain't nothing going on around here. I might as well try to get this money right here. Cause trying to go work at Nissan or go work at Continental or go work at this plant or go work at Home Depot or do this and that, man, it's gonna take too long. I might as well get out here on the block and tap in with these guys and become one of the gang. I get it, bro. But I swear, bro, it's so much more to life, bro. It's so much more to life, bro. That's why you gotta keep your path clear, keep your record clean, bro, so you can go and get some money. I just came up there and got an extra. Yeah, you feel me? All legit money. You feel me? I just came up there and hit a lick into one of the best opportunities of my life. 6 figures. You feel me? So it's there, but you have to put yourself in a position to be able to get it. And it don't take a lot, bro. I ain't go to school for 4 years, 8 years, 12 years to go get that. You know what I'm saying? I just capitalized on every time that God provided me a way to jump the line. You feel me? And it could be done very easily, bro. Go get you a trade up under your belt, bro. You can do it. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't have that shallow mindset. Do you some research, bro. It's other things that you can do, man, that could pull you out of that situation that you in. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes I have survivor's remorse. Like I heard one of my people in Canada say, like, I have survivor's remorse. You know, having escaped what a lot of people feel like they trapped in. But that's in your mind, bro. You know what I'm saying? You ain't got to be trapped in there. You ain't got to be in that fishbowl and stuck in that fishbowl. It's all about utilizing the opportunities that you have right there and maximizing the potential for them. You feel me? Bro, you could tap in on me, bro. I'll talk to you, bro. Hit my email. You know what I'm saying? Click my channel. Shoot me an email, bro. I'll gladly talk to you, FaceTime you, whatever you need, bro. You know what I'm saying? If I had money, I'd free you out of that situation. You know what I'm saying? I ain't like everybody else that come up out of there and close the door behind me or pull the ladder up. I'll talk to you, bro. Give you a little bit of hope because there is hope for you, bro. You just have to expand your mindset, bro, and realize that this can't be all that God made for us to be. And it's not, bro. It's not. I went and picked my kid up yesterday when I was leaving out of Jackson and took him to work and just had a conversation with him. Told him, bro, the same job you got right now, I had that job before. And you see how I'm doing right now? That should give you a lot of hope that what you doing right now, there is a whole brighter light at the end of the tunnel for the life that you feel like you living and where you want to be. It's potential to get there. Look at your dad, you know what I'm saying? Boy, I was doing the same thing you doing, working a fast food job in high school, and look what I'm at now. You know what I'm saying? So there is hope. There are people that can talk to you, bruh. You got PTSD, you might be broke, you might have went through all type of things, you might have a messed up family dynamic, all that, bruh. You can make it out of it, bruh. Real talk. All you gotta do is maximize on the opportunities that you have. And if you pray, if you talk to God about where you at, bruh, God will provide a way for you to get out of your situation. If you genuine about it, and if you stay steadfast on trying to be righteous, he'll just start placing things in front of you where you can grab them and pull yourself up out of it. But as long as you being malevolent, you're going to keep getting malevolent results. You have to want to change. Like Kendrick Lamar said, stuff don't change until you get up and wipe your ass, my ninja. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got to change your mindset and where you want to go, your trajectory, bro. You got to stop thinking like that and start thinking, I can be something other than what I see everybody around me being. I had to carve my own path. I had people that, like, showed me that it could be done, and that helped me out a lot. Sometimes you have to take a picture from somebody that you see on a screen, on YouTube, on TV screen. Like I told y'all, man, David Banner was the first one that showed me a person from Jackson, from the Queens, can make it on MTV2, bro. When I seen him in Lil Flip on MTV2, changed my mind. What? Boy, I'm finna go get some. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you have to take it from the screen, bro. You know what I'm saying? Rita Brent. You see Rita Brent doing Honda commercials? She went to school with me. Facts. I remember watching her play the snare drum in gym when we doing pep rallies. I'm sitting in the stands, you know what I'm saying? I'm a kid from Lexington. Now I see this girl doing commercials. You know what I'm saying? So, it can happen, bro. You just gotta put yourself in position to make it happen. Like, even with YouTube, like, when I first started this, bro, I didn't even have 1,000 subscribers. I just started being me, talking about my experiences, showing my real life, and people accepted me for being who I am. You might be a brilliant person from Jackson. You might be a brilliant person from any part of Mississippi, bro. But if people don't get to see your personality and what makes you unique, they won't know that you exist. I spent most of my life thinking that, dang, I know I'm different, but I don't never get the validation or confirmation that I'm different. The only time I got that is when I started displaying who I was genuinely and giving people the opportunity to give me feedback on what they saw. And sometimes you have to put yourself out there for the world to recognize that, hey, little James Johnson exists. He lives in Brook Hollow. He lives in Verdant Addition. He lives in Brown Bottom. He lives in sub number 1, sub number 2. He lives off of Capitol Street. He lives off of Clem Boulevard. He lives off High Street. He lives, you know what I'm saying? You have to give Lynch Street. You have to give people the opportunity to see who you are for them to recognize you. I ain't the only special person from Jackson. David Banner ain't the only special person from Jackson. Rita Brent ain't the only special person from Jackson. Big Crit ain't the only special person from Meridian. It's a lot of us, but you have to give people the opportunity to recognize who you are. That's why these people get to get on TV. Lil Wayne and Zero and Nipsey Hussle. They could have just been people in their neighborhood. But when they gave people the opportunity to see who they genuinely were, it distinguished them from what they thought about that environment that they grew up in. And that's when people took a liking to them, like, oh snap, I ain't know people from South Central LA, Rolling 60s neighborhood was this intelligent. I didn't know people from Holly Grove, Cali Oak Projects was this intelligent. I didn't know people from Missouri City, Texas was this intelligent. I didn't know people from Port Arthur and Crowley, Texas and Louisiana was this intelligent and talk like this and sung like this like Pimp C do. You have to let people see who you are. Put yourself out there, bro. Give people an opportunity to see you. And maybe you won't have to be in situations like the one that we see in this video. You doing that because you want to be seen, you want to be a accepted person. You just want to make a mark on the world before you leave. I was trapped in that cycle. I was doing stuff. I just want to be seen. I'm popping out. I'm popping out. I'm getting my money. I'm popping out. You know what I'm saying? But pop out for the right reason. Because in the midst of my popping out, I could have got jammed up. You feel me? So, you know, pop out for the right thing. Show people how different you are. Man, we got real talent in Jackson, bro. We got real talent all across Mississippi. Everywhere there's real talent, bro. But you have to display yourself. Let people see who you are, bro. And maybe you could save your own life. All right? So, I don't know. Take from that what you will, man. But don't throw your life away like that. And don't jeopardize other people's life, bro. Brook Hollow is a good area, bro. Jackson is a good place to live. All cities are good places. Beautiful architecture everywhere you go. But you have to know that you're beautiful. Show people how beautiful you are. And maybe it'll change your life, G. All right? I'm out, bro. Love y'all, G. Peace.